Hello guys, it's FB again for Stage5.tv. I hope you're doing well. In this video, I want to touch a little bit on the project you should be investing in. Okay, now that you've worked out the funds, okay, who to follow to enhance your learning. Now it's down to the nitty-gritty. Okay, now that I'm here, I'm within this space. Which projects? Okay, so if you're new, the first thing, or that's what I did anyway, the first thing you'll probably think of is Bitcoin. Okay, that's the big daddy of the space. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, just bear in mind all the assets, any project you invest in within the crypto space, it can go to zero. Okay, having said that, please note I'm not a financial advisor. Okay, although my background is in finance and business and strategy, technology, I'm not a financial advisor at all. Okay, if you want to seek a financial advisor, please go fetch one who is qualified to give you financial advice. The content I'm giving you here today, it's all about educational as well as entertainment. Okay, you can consume, do with it what you will, but I'll urge you to do your own research, and then on balance, you decide which direction you want to go. Okay? All I'm trying to do is to try and enhance your knowledge, add value to your participation within the crypto space. So today, like I said, if you're new to crypto, you're a newbie, or you've been in the space for a while and you're not sure which projects are the best for you. Okay? It's all about risk management, baby. Risk management. Okay. So, without further ado, let's get started. Before I start mentioning the projects I've got in front of me, please guys, don't forget to click like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. That's my approach. Okay. So, let's get started. When you're coming into crypto, the first thing you probably hear about or is Bitcoin. Okay. There's plenty of history. You will have a lot of opinion leaders, lots of Marxists, okay? People who think there's Bitcoin and Bitcoin alone, okay? Now, within the wider space of the crypto space, those people are in their own camp, okay? I sincerely believe that the crypto space must and should and is very diverse, okay? There's a diversification of digital assets that people can choose to invest in, follow, partake, participate, and so forth. No one should tell you which project to follow, okay? And which project is not good for you, okay? That is your decision. You choose, okay? If you want to invest in Shiba, by the way, I don't condone meme coins, but if you want to invest in Shiba Inu, that's your choice, okay? That is your choice alone. Other people can have opinions, but they should not and cannot force you to do what you don't want to do. Hence, in my previous videos, I've highlighted the fact that, in crypto, you're on your own, you make your own decisions. You win alone. You lose alone. Okay? There's nothing wrong with that. Okay? But in this space, first and foremost, most of us will have been drawn to this space because of Bitcoin. Okay? Now, for me, I entered, when I first entered, I had small positions, and my first position was Bitcoin, which was about 80% of what I invested at the time, and the balance was put on ETH. Okay, why? It was the number two. Okay, for obvious reasons, it was number two. So you look at everything else and think, okay, I do not understand what's going on, but with these two at least, I've had time to research. Okay, now, if I was in a privileged position where I had a list of knowledgeable, reliable, trustworthy YouTubers or influencers I could have followed from the word go, maybe I would have made different choices. But like I highlighted in my previous videos, in this space it's very hard to identify decent influencers. Okay, hence when we join, we start with those safe positions. Bitcoin is safer than Ethereum in terms of the risk of losing what you've invested. But if you spin it on its tail, the gains you get from the safest asset around, they are dwarfed by the gains you make in a relatively riskier asset. Okay, in this case, just looking at those two, if you invest in Ethereum, there is a high likelihood that you make more gains in Ethereum than in Bitcoin. That is a fact. Okay, the numbers back that up. Okay, so that is not welcome, Jason, if you're watching. Okay, so what does that mean? Okay, it means the lower down the list you go, the riskier it gets. The lower you go down that list of coins or projects or tokens, be it on CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap, the lower you go, the higher the risk, okay? But the higher the potential gains as well, okay? That's what it is, okay? So if you don't want to take too much risk, you should also be prepared to make relatively lesser gains than someone who's taking higher risk. Okay, that is what a market is. Okay, the market rewards risk takers, but it also punishes them. Okay, that's what happens. So if you take less risk, the market punishes you less than someone who's taking a higher risk. But if it's winning, the person who's taking a higher risk, they achieve higher rewards. Okay, again, it's a fact. Okay, the numbers will back that up. Okay, so those are the two that most people jump into as soon as they come on into the space. Having said that, others will be drawn in by meme coins. We had I think throughout 2021 we had a meme coin season where you had Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, and all the other meme coins that were going on at the time. Okay, now there's nothing wrong with meme coins and with people doing that, but what you got to realize with most meme coins, they are basically that, meme coins, full stop. There is no usage, okay, and there are no fundamentals. Okay, in most cases it's about speculation. Now, when you are dealing with speculation, bear in mind that the person who lives first takes the highest gains. Okay, the person who lives or who cashes out on a meme coin first gains the highest reward if they entered early. Okay, if you entered late and you leave late, you'll probably lose money. Okay, that is a fact again. Okay, but the benefit of meme coins to the wider space is it brings in new players. Once they've been introduced into the crypto space, they may try to experiment with other projects, and if they are wise enough to identify which crypto influencers to follow, they may come across some decent projects that they can invest into. Unfortunately, in most cases, when someone loses money via the meme coin route, they exit because they are just annoyed at how it all happens. Everything is a scam. So in their eyes, there's no difference between Dogecoin and Ethereum. There's no difference between Shiba Inu and Phantom. Okay, the fundamentals tell a different story, but their experience is kind of telling them, no, everything here is not good enough. Okay, it's a scam. Okay, but that is not the case. I can tell you now. Okay, I've experienced rug pulls. I've also delved into meme coins. Majority of the time with greater success. Why? Because I understand with a meme coin, you get gains, you cash out. You don't hold. Okay? You don't hold meme coins. They increase in value, the price increases, you cash out straight away if that is your thing. Okay? But that is not something you want to try all the time. Okay? Anyway, so these are some of the projects I think when you're coming into the space you should be aware of. They might not be obvious when you first join, but if you listen to reliable, respectable, trustworthy YouTubers, if there is anything like that, okay, they may highlight some of these things, okay, to you, to start you off, okay. It's not all about Bitcoin, okay. If anything, most of Bitcoin's usage right now, the people who hold Bitcoin, it's all about speculation. They won't sell because they're expecting others to pump the price up. So the Bitcoin holders, they buy, they hold, because Bitcoin is mostly a speculative asset, okay? Granted, there are steps being taken now by the Bitcoin community and possibly the crypto space, the wider crypto space, where use cases are now being added to Bitcoin's, infrastructure. But Bitcoin, most of its value, the way it grows, it's not because of use cases, but speculative. Let's call a spade, okay? There's no need to dress that up, okay? Now, after Bitcoin, there is Ethereum. Now, Ethereum is a monster, okay? Ethereum has got plenty of use cases, and the economics of Ethereum are designed in such a way that its usage, as long as other projects built on Ethereum are flourishing, Ethereum will always appreciate in value, okay? That is a fact again, okay? Most dApps or decentralized applications are built on Ethereum, okay? So Ethereum will always increase in price. Now, why is there a but at the end of this claim that Ethereum will always appreciate in price? There is the issue of gas, okay? The amount of money required to send transaction through, okay? Ethereum, the infrastructure of Ethereum, it has failed in that regard, okay? The prices for, interacting with Ethereum are very high. It's very expensive. So if you go back to my very original video where I was talking to the little guy, the small guy, the one with $10, $50, $100, $1,000, you do not want to be spending half that on, gas fees, okay, just transaction costs, okay? So straight away that discounts you. If you proceed and spend half your money on that, you're just being stupid. That's my point of view, okay? There are other projects out there that can save you on, transaction costs, okay? The next one I can think of, or that comes to mind, is Avalanche. Native token Avax, AVAX, okay? That has got a lot of potential, and it's got a lot of decentralized apps being built on it, okay? So that is one you want to consider. Now, with all these projects I'm talking about, because they have decentralized applications being built on top of them, if you want to make better gains than investing in the platform itself, which is what Avalanche is, try and look at the projects being built on Avalanche, okay, the decentralized apps, the dApps, okay? Why? Because those are most likely going to increase in value at a faster rate than the platform they are being built on, okay? Again, there's data to support that is a fact. That's what happens in most cases, okay? By saying gains, I'm not talking of the nominal value of the coin itself. It's about the percentage gain, the potential percentage gain. What is it? If you have done your research, that should be fairly obvious, okay? The next one is Solana, native token SOL, okay? Now, if you just join in now, if you join in the crypto space now, Solana, you will probably notice that it's gone up significantly within the past 6 to 10 months. Okay, it started, we call it mooning in 2021. Okay, beginning of 2021, it was around $1, if not less. I think it was around $1.15 or something like that. Okay, don't quote me on that. And now you know Solana is over $100. Okay, now if you come in now and you look at that and say, oh, I might make the same gains. No, you might not make the same gains as someone who invested at $1 or less than $1, okay? So you may turn on and say, during this phase of the bull run, Solana has yet most of its gains in, okay? You may make the best gains if you invest on projects being built on Solana, okay? But again, look at the fundamentals, the total number of coins, circulating percentage, is there maximum limit, and what are the economics, what story are they trying to tell you, okay? Then there is a Polkadot, okay? This one is still trying to launch, in my view, okay? It's got his sister project called Kusama, which they consider to be a canary or experimental, project for Polkadot. So dApps will experiment on Kusama, and then once they are ready, they transfer or they go through a process of parachains, which is a way of gaining access to the Polkadot, network. Okay, Polkadot is most of what is achieved so far, I think, has been purely driven by hype. By that I mean is the communities and speculative efforts, people thinking it's going to achieve higher gains in the future. Yes, it's got potential, and it's focused. It's got a solid team behind it. There's no doubt about that. Okay, but if you are coming into Polkadot now and you're investing in Polkadot today, you must be prepared to have a longer investment time horizon. Okay, why am I saying that? Because Polkadot is going to be a slow burner. Then at some point you just shoot the skies. Okay, that's my point of view. Okay, that's not a fact, that is just my opinion. Okay, one of the reasons why I think that will be the case is the projects that have won parachains on Polkadot, same with Kusama, some of them have done so through hype. Okay, there was no substance, okay, or they were claiming one thing, but in reality, the claims are not matched by development activity and the products that have been released afterwards. Okay, one good example is there is a project called Parallel Finance. Okay, projects on both Kusama network and Polkadot, I think they are overhyped, but that's my opinion. Okay, and some of the projects were launched when they were not ready, or they were promoted and they went for parachain and promised people the skies, and they delivered like 2 meters off the ground. That's not acceptable. Okay, granted they are learning, but I've got a feeling some of the projects that won parachains on both Kusama network and Polkadot may not come back when we get to the next phase of the next round of parachains, because some of them have just been pathetic and their performance has been terrible. Not just on the price of their tokens, but the products that have been launched, they've been below par, in my opinion. Okay, but when you are looking at Polkadot at the moment, what I'm trying to say is there is no harm in going for Polkadot, but be prepared to have a long-term investment horizon. Okay, that's my opinion. Okay, the next one is Cardano native token ADA. This one here, from what I've read, what I've consumed via different platforms, and from the AMAs that I've heard from the founder, Charles Hoskinson, in the wider crypto space, it's a slow burner because everything is done in accordance with scientific underpinning. But Cardano native token ADA has got potential in both the main project as well as the dApps that are being built on it. Okay, then there is Atom. Okay, the blockchain is Cosmos, okay, and the native token is Atom, okay. This one it's got potential. The tokenomics are not overly impressive, but I'll cover that when I start doing deep dives in individual projects that I'm highlighting here and all the other projects I'll be covering in the future. Yeah, the tokenomics of Atom, Atom the coin is they're not great. Okay, I would do a deep dive to actually explore and shed light on why the tokenomics might not be as great as they could have been, because I think Cosmos is a fantastic blockchain, and it's got potential to connect with other blockchains and so forth. It's fantastic. It's almost at the same level as Polkadot, because when I'm looking at these, I think we've got when I'm looking at blockchains, I think you've got what are called layer zeros, your Polkadot, your Cosmos, and then you got layer one like your Cardano, your Ethereum and stuff, and then you got layer twos like your Matic. I'll cover that when I do deep dives as well. Okay. There is the next two. I will highlight them because I think they belong to the group I just highlighted before. There is another one called Elrond. Decent project. I like what they are doing there, and I think as far as I'm concerned, you can still make gains, decent gains in Elrond as well as in projects being built on it. Okay, there's another one called Algorand. This one has got potential. My only question mark is around the tokenomics again. Tokenomics, do not lend themselves, to positive appreciation. I don't think. Okay, but again, I'll go into detail when I do my deep dives. For now, these are the ones I think. When you're coming in, you're a newbie, you need to be exposed to some of these things, because there are other things that I've not even covered that I will start covering later on, and I'll be doing deep dives into them as well. You're talking of NFTs, talking of DeFi, you're talking of swaps, farming and staking. There's so much potential. If you're coming into crypto today, you still need to consider yourself very early. Sure, you do thorough research, and listen to people, but do your own research, and then decide whether you're prepared to lose everything if something does not work out, because it's always possible, in crypto, from Bitcoin all the way to the last coin on the list, the project can still get to zero. Okay, that is the risk, unfortunately, within this space. Okay, so be prepared for that. But the ones I've listed, Ethereum, Avax, Solana, Polkadot, Cardano, Cosmos, Elrond, and Algorand. I'll put this list. I'll put their links down below so that you can follow them. You can go to their websites and actually read more about those projects. What I'll do as well as we proceed, I will start doing deep dives in each of these and maybe pick a few dApps that are being built on each of these blockchains I just listed down below. Okay, that's it, guys. Don't forget to click like and subscribe, and then hit the notification bell if you don't want to miss any of my upcoming content. I do appreciate your company. You're always welcome, and please keep your comments coming. That's it, guys. Thank you very much. Let's keep it going. Bye for now.